He hits both from the stripe.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line. Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start. And yet, there is a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
Here's Lee, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Celtics making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. Here's Cannon. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Cannon.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now, Freak. Over to the left wing. Smart, wide open, he fires. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 4. And we'll... Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate?
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit.
Freak in at point guard. Turner is out there with Johnson. Then it's David Lee, and it's Smart in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Johnson the screen. Freak dishes to Johnson. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Johnson's got 6. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in their rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach. He could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
Roten's checked in for Philadelphia.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Freak kicks to Smart. 1:21 left now here in the second. That is good.
It's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got his first basket of the night.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Johnson the screen. Freak passes to Johnson. can't hit from in close. Philadelphia leading by 8. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too, so nothing subtle about that one.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Over the back and on top of him. Nothing subtle about that one.
And they're having a lot of trouble.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us. All right, first thing we have to do is stop putting these guys on the line. We've been way too aggressive. Play in control out there. And boy, have we had some quick hands on defense. Stay aggressive. Keep going for steals because so far it's been working. We've been tormenting them. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. This is where we turn the tables, fellas. Time to get out there and show them what we're...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a technical. So the 76ers win it. A truly gutsy performance.
Ugly.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now? Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was done.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon. Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Coming home, New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pop, Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the star that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points.
Freak.
Here's Jack. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Zeller is out there with David Lee, and it's Freak in at the point.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young.
And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
The offensive rebound, Lee. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Young. Rebound by Lee.
And even though the Nets were younger last season, they were tough in tight games, playing really like a bunch of veterans, and went 10-2 on the year in games decided by 3 or fewer points.
Shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
And Jack kicks to Johnson. And that one's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Lionel Hollins and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He said one of the key points for them defensively will be limiting the production of David Lee, adding he's a guy who can score inside and out, plays with great energy, and his passing really opens up their whole offense. We've got to keep him off the glass and always see ball and man when he's got it. Basketball 101, Kevin. We'll see if they can execute.
Thank you, Doris. It's Bradley on the wing. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Screened by Young. And Jack kicks to Johnson. And stolen by Zeller. Bradley, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper. Bradley's got 6.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
We're taking a look at Avery Bradley. His career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Now here's Freak, defended by Jack. On the wing, Turner. Six to shoot. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Lee, that's good. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They trail by 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, Brooklyn. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for the Nets, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
.136 left in the first. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Sullinger, the screen. Freak kicks to Johnson.
Sticking too much.
Clock at 6. And here's Crowder. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were a close game.
Sloan, that's good.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Here's Sullinger from 8 feet away. He drops it in. Sullinger's got his first points in this one.
Back up your point about the Celtics being in close games. I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
To the wing right side. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Sloan. Sullinger with the rebound. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Smart kicks to Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Sloan, and it's blocked. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. 2K Sports bet. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks lost in his stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Nets. They lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Dortmund.
Hey, Kevin, up.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win.
Andrea.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Brook Lopez.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Brook Lopez.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. So you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hot as ain't loyal, man. I'm an FOF, friend.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome. We always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back, like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm gonna be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I'm gonna be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the 6th man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that 0. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that 0. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention, and it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's gonna affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's gonna affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's gonna affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V-G-G, Vic, gotta go. Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up. Test of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellum and Greg Anthony. One of the league's aging champions taking on a team looking to reclaim its former glory, the hometown. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellum and Greg Anthony. One of the league's aging champions taking on a team looking to reclaim its. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
And Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Freak. Lee, a screen on Irving. Freak kicks to Lee. He got right to the cup using that screen. Lee's got his first basket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
No good. Good D by Thompson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Shumpert's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Freak. And Thompson sends it back. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Williams, he's checked in for Irving. Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge runs. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Shumpert, no good. Austin's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Crowder looking for his first basket still in this one. Johnson left side. It's tipped, but he recovers it. And a wide open look for Freak. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Williams dishes to Jefferson. On the wing, Shumpert. Three-pointer. Shot, no good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories. And Freak subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron's checked in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith. Freak, he's in at the point. David Lee is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Bradley. And it's Johnson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19 and 20 in the first 39 games, and then 34 and 9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Here's Thompson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Hornets.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And for Varejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. .105 left here in the second. Down low, stolen by Varejao. The drive by James. Got that bucket in no time at all. LeBron's got 9. Well, Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body. I don't know if he's necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
He misses the free throw.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
Here's Freak. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 5 points in the game.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Williams gets the bucket. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's James. Rebound Boston. They've led by as much as 10. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And we're through the first.
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that first half,
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today. A whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Thompson. Mo Williams out there with Irving. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Freak, he's in at point guard. Jonas Jerebko out there with Jones. Then it's David Lee. And it's Smart in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans.
And then a bunch of boys tonight. Whew.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Avery Bradley.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Avery Bradley.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're gonna have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we gotta set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan, not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own. Boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? If you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa,
You love it, right?
Dom. Yeah. Look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece? You need to hold this together. You and I both agree long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes, but he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right, but blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Zucchini.
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper.
I think Freak is your personal life.
Smell it from a mile away. You can think whatever you want, mister, but I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
Is your personal life.
You can think whatever.